Welcome back to Rogue Legacy with Brian, and we have Sir Wizarl, the Barbarian King, who is nearsighted, which is a bummer, but he does have a really huge hit point pool. He has the Scythe as a spell, and his Barbarian capability is the Shout, which knocks enemies back away. I really don't like nearsightedness, both because I don't like looking at it, and I feel like if you're watching this as a YouTube video, it's the type of negative character trait that ends up kind of giving you a headache watching the video. And so I was thinking about just going directly for Johannes to see if we could fight him, but I decided that I do want to try to do a run through the castle and the dungeon and everything. But I'm going to try to do a lot of that off camera until maybe we can pray for assistance and possibly get the glasses that would correct our vision. And so I'm going to make an immediate cut here, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Defeat all enemies, objective is complete, we're in the castle, things are easy, but what do we get? Magic damage increased, hooray, that's one of the things I need. Okay, here's the first time I have the opportunity to pray for assistance. Let's hope we get the glasses. Oh, Hyperion's Ring. That's a free death defy. That's... I'm probably not going to die anyway, and so it's kind of a mixed blessing. I guess it gives me an extra shot at Johannes if I manage to keep that blessing all the way through. I have to think about things. In any case, I'm just exploring the dungeon. Most everything's kind of 1 and 2 hit kills, and so it's really not very hard. Hey, I almost missed it in here, but look over here. It's a fairy chest. Strength increase +1. Hooray! Fairy chest, no jumping. Well, I've got the sprint rune, so we should be just fine here. Gently. Gently. There we go. Armor increase +2. Woohoo! I'm in one of these rooms with stacked barrels, and I just think it's fun to go, whee! and destroy them all at once, or almost all at once. Alright, so far things are going very good. I already cleared out the entire dungeon. And yeah, this character is going to have no trouble clearing the entire area, so I'll just bring you guys around for interesting things, then we'll go find Johannes and see how this guy does with 675 hit points. I don't even care that I jumped on the spikes, it don't matter. Here's a mini-boss who might be a little bit interesting. Bodus, but no, he's actually not going to be, because I can just tank him for a little bit of damage, and even in the Maya, he took like 6 or 7 hits. Yeah, a fair amount of money, not bad. Fairy chests take no damage. I tend to suck at these. Nope. But what did I have to lose? A little bit of damage, not a problem. Alright, I've cleared out a good portion of the Maya, just continuing to move it along. Fairy chests, no fighting. I can just tank some damage. Hit points increase +5. Hooray! Alright, now I can fight these guys, now that I've already gotten the fairy chest. And thanks to vampirism, I'll actually get some of these hit points back. Hooray! And I'll end up losing more because I'm playing pretty sloppy, but I can afford to because this character is super kind of over-leveled for the various guys I am encountering around here. I'm going to clear out the Maya. I'll see you when I see you. Reach me in time. Oh, run, 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 run. Yay! Hit points increase +5. Woohoo! Alright, there's another opportunity to pray for assistance here. Death Defy, the Hyperion's Ring is a good thing, but I'm going to take it in case I get something better. I did not. The Hedgehog's Curse. Bummer. Fairy chests take no damage. I think this is an easy one. I can jump and sprint and Skyrune. Yeah. Alright, more hit points increased. Man, I'm getting close to 700 hit points with this character. That's nice. Oh! Hedgehog's Curse. Yuck. All that gold is gone forever, basically. Ooh, and here's another crazy fairy chest room that is filled with enemies. Okay, I'm gonna drop a lot of gold on the ground as I get hit, and Hedgehog's Curse knocks it all out of me. But I'll be able to pick it up once I clear the room, so it's not a big deal. And it actually kind of looks, even with this impaired vision, the blurry edges all over the screen. It does kind of look fun when you get a chance to kind of run through all the gold and pick it all back up again. Okay, objective complete, defeat all enemies. So let's grab this fairy chest. Magic point increase +5. Alright. Well, the good news is I'm getting lots of little stat increases. The bad news is, not sure that there'll be enough for this character to take on. Well, he's got a lot of hit points. Well, you never know. Depends on how well I'm playing when the time comes boss time. Alright, it's almost like deja vu. Fairy chests take no damage. I think this is pretty much the identical room that I ran into before. Hey, I managed to do it! Awesome, I actually used the Sky Rune to kind of pause in the middle. And we get another hit point increase, and that brings us up to 705 with the Barbarian, who has extra hit point capacity. And I believe I've cleared out everything except for the rest of the castle now. And so, we will be going to face a boss pretty shortly. Fairy chests, no looking. I feel like I've been pretty fortunate with fairy chests this run, because I feel like there have been a lot of them. That's happy. More magic damage increased. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm gonna lose money in this room rather than gain it because of taking a hit in the Hedgehog's Curse. I do not like the Hedgehog's Curse. There might be a way that I could gain this money back using invulnerability afterward. No, I think it's gonna take too long. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm up to 27,000 and... oh, no, there's still one more room before I can proclaim that all your castle are belong to us. But I think... oh, it's another bonus. Alright, this guy will be easy. Even if he is going to cause me to drop my money, because we're in the castle, and so castle enemies are not very hard. Alright, but now I'm just doing a quick glance around. I think I got everything that's going to be gettable. And so, where is the nearest warp zone? I don't know that warp zone is the correct term for it. Transporter? Is that what the teleporter? Teleporter! Teleporter is the word I'm looking for. All of a sudden my brain just could not remember words. And while we're here, we'll fill up on hit points and magic. Alright, we're back up to max. And this is where we need to go. So, let's take on Johannes. I don't know if I can use the shout ability when he like fires the daggers at me. That could be good. And I should remember my other spell, the Scythe, because I really have hardly been using it. And I don't know. I'm sure I'll find a way to screw this up. But I do have a lot of hit points, and so that should help. Alright, yes, we've seen this cutscene dialogue a number of times. The traitor, Johannes. Wow, that was a nice start. Alright, let's back off for a minute. Try to avoid some damage. Oh, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. Alright, he's taken a lot of damage here, and so let's try to avoid damage for a moment. Just kind of get away from him on the screen. Alright, he's firing these things. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Run! Ouch, darn it. There we go. Okay, great. And there's some chicken legs. I don't even think I need all of them. I actually have a shot at this. This is pretty amazing. And I didn't use my spells at all, which was probably not smart. But I'm going to leave the chicken legs there, I think, because I think I still have a lot of hit points. And we'll try to come back and pick up those chicken legs in a moment. I believe will be the correct strategy. Alright, pretty sure I need to... oh, crap. I ended up getting some of them, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, so he's going to do this thing. Let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, he's firing these things at me. Okay, great. Okay, that thing hits really hard. Okay, and now these. Let's dodge, dodge, dodge. Alright, I'm back at the maximum hit points. Here they come again. There's a place to dodge over here. I can see it. There's an open spot in the floor. And here they come again, but I have a chance to hit him briefly. Okay, we're doing a good job of avoiding some damage here. Oops, crap, 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 crap. Oh, and this thing hurts. Okay, ouch, 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 ouch. La, 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 la. Alright, but we've got him like halfway down. Alright, can I... oops, what is happening here? Oh, dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh, crap, I didn't see that. Ah! He's doing it again. Quit doing this to me. I do have a bunch of hit points, though. Wow. Alright, this does not suck. He's mostly down. I think we're gonna get him. I think we're gonna get him. Tank him. Yes! The fountain. The fountain has been destroyed by... I don't even remember the name of this character. That's so sad. Like Sir Melvin or something. You've defeated me, but at what price? What price indeed? I've slain the king, but only after he betrayed his people. Ask yourself, what justice has been met? In the end, we are all guilty of the same sin. Look to your forefathers. Such is the cost for unquestioned loyalty. The sun. I had forgotten how it feels. Sir Wizarl. Ah. All right. And now, as I recall, there's like a really awesome cutscene here. Let's not go in the door until we pick up all the money. We've made that mistake before. Is there anything else awesome in this room? I like the lighting effects that are kind of on the stained glass walls here. And I like these little running dude stained glass kind of things and the different enemies here. All right, in any case, I don't think there's anything else in here to take a look at. And so we get this music and we get to see all the enemies that we've slain. All right, I'm going to let this run because I really love this music. Wow, 16 Halphus and Barris. 4 Gladiators, so we didn't come across them very often. 16 Visionaries. I love this music. Kiter. 10 Soloks. I wonder if we've killed at least one of everybody. Barbados and Amon managed to take them down a few times. Zombishnu. Oh, I never saw a Mimicrunch or a Mimikant. So presumably we'll see them in New Game Plus. The other Salos, the giant painting. We saw that mini-boss. Alexander. Corrupt Lords only came up occasionally. Bodis. We saw him like twice this episode. Guardbox 2000, Plonkies. Flowermons. Stolas and Folklore. Only managed to beat him once. Wow. Infernite. I think I edited out fighting one of those in this episode. Ponce de Leon. I really like the way this game ends. Like, I like seeing all the enemies. I love this music. We managed to kill the Spike guys because we had Retribution armor and Retribution runes for a while. Nino Pojo doesn't come up very often. Bulbasaurus Rex. I guess he breaks into a bunch of pieces, and so he counts as a bunch of pieces. And Herodotus, yeah. 23. Tower Guard, 4. So other than the Mimikant and the Mimicrunch that I never encountered, it looks like we defeated at least one of everybody, even things like wall turrets and spike traps that you have to defeat with Retribution. There's Johannes. And here's the fountain. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Gonna let the credits run. And then, yeah, I've edited out most of the fighting in this episode because this character had that awful vision problem that I think gives me a headache when I watch too much of it on YouTube. And so we definitely have time to check out some New Game Plus, and so that's gonna be fun. But it's always nice to see all the people who went into the code. There's Fedrin. We played Spelunky against her in the special thanks for the credits. I guess people who did some early testing of the game. Thanks to all the fans for their support. This is a really fun game. I was just talking with someone about how the fact that it's a great game and it's one of the few that, like, the subreddit for this game is like completely dead. Like, there's hardly anybody who posts anything on it. But I still think a lot of people play the game because it's just fun. Thanks for playing. Total Children, 79. Time played, 27 hours and 6 minutes. Wow. I wonder what the YouTube playlist length looks like at this point. All right. Start your Legacy Plus. I don't think I've ever done this before. So I'm going to press A. And, okay, we still have the same character. He still has the silly hedgehog thingy or whatever. Let's see. I've got all this money that I need to spend now. Right. And so, I guess, yeah, let's go on a spending bonanza. Why not? Let's see. One thing I keep forgetting about is that apparently we can go up here. And is this where you get the dragon thingy, where you get to like fly around and shoot fireballs? I'm not sure, but let's find out. Class unlocked. The Lost Art of the Dragons, yes. Though you cannot jump, you have unlimited flight and can cast forth powerful fireballs at your foes. Alright. So we have a new class available. And so that'll be fun, because we got a chance to just kind of try it out on the... I don't remember if it was on Herodotus or like one of the kind of like super bosses or whatever. And then what do I want to spend money on? Health definitely helps me out, and so getting more health could be good. Getting more armor would definitely be good. How much do these things cost? 27.10, 34.80. All right, let's buy a few. Actually, no, I keep forgetting about magic damage. Let's at least buy 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then let's get our health up to level 30. Oh, do I not have enough money to do that? I probably don't have enough money to do that. That's fine. We'll get our health up as high as it goes. And I guess we just get to continue with this character. I haven't got any like new equipment. I mean, I could have bought some runes and things, but I think just getting more health, like, yeah, this guy's got almost 800 hit points now, which sounds like it'll be amazing. But let's find out what it's like in New Game Plus. And once again, apologies for the fact that this particular character still has nearsightedness, a vision impairment. Makes things not look as good on the screen. Wow, okay, Corrupt Vanguard. Right at the beginning of the castle. And, okay, usually these guys would just be like Isons and now they're Galatians, I think, or... No, these guys are Isons, as opposed to Blizzardy guys, or I don't remember the different names. But it seems like, so far, we've already encountered some things that would normally be kind of like the Tier 2 enemies, right here in the first room. And so I think maybe that's how some of this goes, is we're just going to encounter harder enemies in easier areas. And so, for example, if I went to the Maya, perhaps I would run into those Mimicants, finally, that we just saw in the whatever screen that I've never encountered, rather than try to jump through that and take some damage. Why don't I just skip that room and go this way? Seems like a good thing to do. I guess the smart thing to do is to head for the forest first, and to treat this like, this could be a hard area where I'm gonna die, and whoa, alright, I do not like having the hedgehog curse where I keep dropping my gold every time I get hit. It does not make me happy. What does make me happy is the chance, ooh, okay. So here is a Zomboner. Oh dear. Here in the castle. Where's, oh dear, okay, and these are Grey Baron, who takes a couple of hits and is gonna swing at me, and I should be careful. Yikes. Wow, there's a bunch of them in this room too, okay. Alright, after he does that, I might be able to hit him through the wall if he walks back toward me here. Alright, I can just go and fight a different guy. Whoa, whoa! Wow, okay, it takes a bunch of hits to kill these guys. Okay, so they've got level 90, does that say? 346 hit points. Unfortunately, I don't know kind of what levels different guys were before. But obviously, for the castle, these enemies are much tougher because previously I was just one-hitting everybody and not worrying about anything. And oh yeah, I've already lost like 200 hit points too. So definitely my foes have become stronger. And so I'll have to take that into consideration. I don't think that there's any way that I can actually get up into that area, but I can at least kill these guys and use my vampirism to get... It's getting 4 hit points back, and I only thought I had 3 hit points of vampirism. And so... Have I somehow upgraded something that gives me extra vampirism? I'm kind of curious about this really quick. If I bring up my character card, Vampire, 4 hit points for every kill. But, like in my runes, I only see 3? And so unless I'm misreading something, has something changed? Do I get that kind of bonus for defeating the game or something? I'm kind of confused about what's going on there. Alright, I'm gonna kill some of those guys. Did I pick up all my money? I did not. Darn it, now I'm dropping it all again. Oh, and these guys, I'm gonna take some serious damage here. Oh, gosh. And a mini-boss. Yikes. Oh. Alright, I might die here pretty quick, actually. I'm going to spend some mana just to kill some guys and get some hit points back through vampirism. And then I'm going to play the game a little bit more carefully. And okay. And so this is like the second tier of painting enemy who actually fires projectiles at you while he's flying around, which previously you did not encounter in the castle. And yeah, so it's definitely the case that it's kind of like the enemies have geared up, where previously in kind of like level N, like now you get level N+1 enemies, seems to be the general theme, if I'm reading things correctly. Oh boy! Yeah, I'm gonna totally die in here if I'm not careful. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna keep you guys with me for this. Let's see. Oh dear. And I didn't even manage to hit this guy. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's take out the projectile enemies first, because they're causing me the most trouble. And then we can kind of attack guys one at a time. Let's also make sure we pick up our gold. Yikes, okay, let's get you. Oops, and you. Alright, got a lot of gold on the ground over here. Let's make sure we pick that up. Alright, if I take my time here, I think I can settle into the rhythm of, at least here in the castle, kind of what's going on in the New Game Plus here. Alright, not bad, not bad. It also feels like, well, no, I guess this is the same number of enemies I would usually find in this room. I'm not sure if room layouts like always have the same like fixed number of enemies, or if you could end up with more enemies on the screen. It kind of felt like a lot in there, but then I also feel like it's also the same number I'm used to. Okay, I need to eat this chicken leg, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna go for the magic points quite yet. But if we spend more magic here, which I might actually be smart to do. Yikes! It would be nice if I actually like killed somebody with a magic spell though. Then we can always go back and cut that magic if I want to. Alright, and I did kill somebody who was off screen over here since there was a bag of money just lying there. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Did I mention ouch? Oh, yikes! Not doing well, not doing well. Alright, we lost some money in inaccessible locations. That's a bummer. Should I be in the forest? Let's continue exploring the forest. Even though this is definitely more difficult than, well, I'm not sure what I expected. I was gonna say more difficult than I expected it to be, but I'm not sure exactly what my expectations were. Okay, and I guess in terms of levels, like the guys have more hit points, but it still seems like, you know, it's the same set of movements and different things, and so at least I'm familiar in the types of combat that we're going to be getting into here. And so that has not changed, and so if I play a little bit more carefully, a little bit more precisely, perhaps I'll still be able to stay alive for a long time and earn a lot more money with this character. I guess this is the, I guess after beating Johannes, the Fountain is the only time that you can like have your character spend his money in the castle and then continue on with the same character. And so that's kind of cool, actually. This is the only character who can spend money in the castle twice, I believe, is what I'm experiencing here. Oh dear, dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right, I'm doing too much just tanking damage and not enough trying to dodge and weave and avoid the damage. Oh, darn it. There's fire there. Yeah, I definitely need to get my magic damage up because magic feels like it's like not doing anything to these guys. Alright, I've already lost like half of my hit points. If we do find the boss room here in the forest, I think I will then teleport back to the castle. Oh gosh, alright. I did not do well in that room previously, so let's skip that room. Yeah, I need to be much more choosy now about which rooms I choose to go in, because it would be nice to stay alive as long as possible and collect as much gold as possible, so that we can help our future heirs continue on through New Game Plus. But at the same time, I also just want to explore a bunch of areas and get a sense of what's new and different. Alright, but yeah, the Dark Stallions, I think previously only appeared in the dungeon, and now we're seeing them in the forest. And so, yeah, it's definitely the case that the enemies now appear in different areas. Okay, this is a big, tall room on the map, but there's nothing in here. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing a secret. Fairy chest or some such. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. Ouch, 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 ouch. You guys are bad. And now you take multiple hits, which I do not like. Come, oops. I was gonna do a Zisto, like, come get some, and then I fell on his head and took a bunch of damage, and then it just didn't seem worth finishing the phrase. Oh, gosh, there he is again. All right, jump up here. Big dummy. Yeah. All right, jump up here again, you big dummy. Can I get you to, there you go. Oh, nope, there's another one. Oh, gosh, they're everywhere. Worgans. Why you gotta warg? That's what organs do, right? They warg? I think there might be more enemies per room. I could be making it up, but I don't recall ever running into 4 of the wargs in this room previously in the forest, and now I just had 4 worgans. So I think possibly there's also a higher enemy count, in addition to just kind of like the types or the levels of the enemies. I don't know, I'm sure some people who are watching have played this game and have gotten through like New Game +7 and like all kinds of crazy things, and so know everything about the game, and they can tell me. And so if you do actually know the answer, you can tell me in the comments, or I suppose I could go review the wiki. I've said that in a few episodes though, and I've forgotten to do it, and so feel free to share in the comments your knowledge about the game and how New Game Plus changes the game and the enemies that I will encounter in it. Alright, I'm still kind of staying alive, but I should definitely, I'm gonna take a peek into like 1 or 2 more rooms here in the forest. Yikes! And then probably try to head back to the castle. Alright, that was a good dodge. Great. Alright, there is a Hulk guard, I believe, below me here. Where is he? There he is. Okay, no problem. Could just kind of go zing, zang, zoom. Be nice if I got a critical hit one of these times. There we go. That'll help. Walk over here. I just want to make sure your gold doesn't somehow fly off screen. Assuming you drop any gold. You didn't drop any gold. What a bad enemy. Not very nice. Ooh, you do get a lot of gold though. Like, I got some diamonds in that chest. And so I think the rewards appear to also be higher, and so that would be a nice bonus. Alright, we're gonna take a quick peek over here, but we may start backing off. Alright, this is a dead-end room. Which room is this? I don't immediately recognize the layout. Okay, and this guy is a Gravazor rather than an Earthosaur or whatever. And so this is definitely another enemy who's gotten to the next harder tier. And this is going to be a difficult room, actually. Am I going to live through this? I think I can still do it. Alright, let's get you first. Great. And now I've got a nice kind of long runway. Oh, boy. So the fact that these guys take multiple hits now, yeah, like I have to... When you can one-hit them, you can just time it just right and get your one hit and kill the Worgen. But when they're multiple hits, like, everything changes. Alright, there we go. I'm doing a good job so far. Yikes, okay, these guys have a bunch of projectiles. Let's be careful. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, run, hit, swing, jump, jive, and wail. Alright, I'm actually... Oh, boy. Let's not get a big head. Killed a couple of enemies without taking damage. But you still have to be careful. Oh! Royal bracers! Royal! Do I have any royal anything? I don't remember. It didn't occur to me that there's going to be new tiers of gear, weapons, and armor. That is fantastic. Oh, wow, I killed a bunch of guys and got some chicken legs, and my health was actually back up to a reasonable level again. Alright. This is awesome. I'm going to like New Game Plus. Let's see. Alright, in that case, let's continue exploring the forest. Since I seem to be staying alive, let's not forget that we have magic spells that we could choose to cast. This is not a good room. Yeah, I'm actually going to go a different direction. I'm just afraid that I'm going to totally screw up that room. I could be overestimating it, but then after you just see the performance I made in this room, that has some of the simplest enemies ever, yeah, I should definitely choose my battles wisely. Alright, good dodge, good dodge. Let's even try casting a spell. Darn it. Give some knockback on these guys. Can I kill you? Ugh. It's good to kill them even if they're kind of like in mid-shooting thing, because the moment you kill them, they stop shooting more projectiles. And it's much easier to dodge 1 or 2 projectiles than it is to dodge 5 or 6. Alright, we're still holding up okay. no jumping. And so I believe I can dash and then use Sky Rune. Dash, Sky Rune, yes. Alright. Hit point increase +5, so it seems like fairy chests have not changed in terms of what their behavior is or whatever. I still have all my runes found, and so you just gain stat upgrades instead. Alright, let's head back into the castle. Both because I might have a better chance of healing up there, and because I would like to head up towards the Maya as well. And, oh, here's the entrance to the Maya. How convenient. How convenient. Alright, I will go ahead and eat a chicken leg. And what's gonna... Oh, whoa, whoa! Guard box 2000 right off the bat. Oh, yeah! Multiple hits, multiple hits. Oh my goodness. Alright, and I did not... I need to remember I'm a barbarian. I've got the shout. I have not used the shout the entire episode. I guess I don't have a good sense of, like, when's a good time to use it. I guess when I have projectile enemies who are shooting at me would be a good time to use it. And wow, even when I hit this guy in the back, he still has a lot of hit points. Man. Okay, these enemies... I'm gonna have to get some more attack up again, it seems like. I've gotten so used to one-hitting everybody. And now all of a sudden... I mean, look at this guy. He just took 3 hits. Admittedly, I'm a barbarian, and barbarian... The good thing is they have lots of hit points. The bad thing is they don't hit very hard. I think they only hit at like 50% or 75% base damage. But still, yikes. Gosh, look at this. Yeah, definitely it's taken a whole bunch of hits to kill these guys. Is there anything up here? No. Really wish that I was not starting off New Game Plus with a vision-impaired character. Really wish that we could pray for assistance and get the nerdy glasses in order to correct our vision. But until that happens, yikes! I don't want you guys to miss out on my first experience in New Game Plus, and so here we are. Alright. And I honestly, I was not expecting to defeat Johannes and then go through all this, and so I might have to have an episode boundary mid-character here. Yeah, just because I have no idea, having not done any editing yet from the first round, exactly how much time it was going to take. And so, oh my goodness. Of course, I might just die right here. But I think after I finish this room, we will give ourselves a possible episode boundary to make editing easier for Brian. But even just this one lone bad guy left is going to be a pain in the neck to try to take out. He's going to do a ton of damage if he hits me. Now's a good time. Oh, I jumped right into him. I feel like a dummy. Like a big dummy. And now there's all that gold over there, and I really need to pick it up. Alright, now would be a good time to do that. Great. Okay, this is a little dead-end room. We're going to take on this room. And then I'm going to go check on the episode time right here, and so I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, I think it's the case that this is probably a good place to end an episode, and so next episode we'll have something different, starting in the middle of battle, which is something I've never done before. I hope, as always, you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon to continue with Sir Wizarl. Bye-bye.